doubleheader tonight. All right, let's get into this game. We're actually seeing Warpath already. I didn't think Warpath was going to be playing, but he's in here, and what we're seeing... Warpath is on Revenge eSports? What?
Yes,
what?
no longer on Mayans.
So Warpath is playing against his former teammates right now in Mayans, and this is going to be an outside battle for first round. Mayans will take it on T side, so your roster for Mayans is going to be Kinky, Edwin, Vico, Gogi, and Vadi. It is Gogi, right?
Yes, Gogi.
Gogi, and then Revenge Esport is going to be Charles, and then I guess, is that TW?
That's impossible to. I mean, we can go TW. TW seems like the good way to go.
I think it's TW. Then Bruno the Beast and Drax and Warpath. Actually, Bruno the Beast was on P4 too, wasn't he?
Yeah, this is. I believe so. I think Bruno the Beast, Warpath. Yeah, it's interesting to see. Ex teammates have to play their former team. I wonder if Mayans, or formerly Perfection Vor, is mixing up their strats a little bit and trying to stay unpredictable, because Warpath was a staple on their team for a while, right?
He was definitely the player that would rotate in and do ridiculously well, frag extremely hard for them, and already in the second round, Mayans doing very well, getting some kills early on. They're going to take down three of the players, excuse me. Charles just went down right there. So Charles, TW, and Bruno out of the game. There goes Drax. And now Warpath, last one left alive for CT side. Let's snap over to his perspective, as he's just going to be trying to save that P250 and get an exit kill here. I'm going to be curious if he's going to be able to grab. Nope, your number 7 player of Edwin did not go for it. He's going to rotate his way back around outside. The hunt is on from Mayans. Man, I keep wanting to say Perfection Vor so badly.
Yeah, that's just. You see all of the players, Kinky, Edwin, Vico, and Vadi. You think Perfection Vor, and I like the addition of Gogi to the roster. Gogi is a player I spend a lot of time playing with. Did a short stint playing on my team before upgrading to bigger and better things with Perfection Vor, and so far it looks like. He's been fitting in really well. I know Fabla started the season, but they did rotate him in. While we're still doing some pistol rounds, I'm going to do a quick background on the teams. Mayans is currently sitting at a 4-0 record. A lot of people would know them as Perfection Vor, and they're going up against Revenge eSports, who is sitting at 1-1. Perfection Vor, or formerly Perfection Vor Mayans, has had 3 16-13 wins over Monstars Canada, Zookeepers, Selfless, and a 16-8 win over Devastation. Recently, they've added Gogi, and I guess Fabulous is now a backup. Still on their roster, still paid up, but I guess a backup. And Revenge eSports had a close 16-14 win over Gravitas and a 16-9 loss to La Familia. Player to watch on both sides, Revenge. I had to give it to Warpath. I mean, the first thing you said was that he came in and wrecked shop. He's a great fragger, does a ton of damage, an asset to any team. And on to Mayans, I think I gave the player to watch nod to Vadi. I think he's a ridiculously consistent and really solid player. And then also Gogi. He's a new addition to the roster. I know he's a great player, and I don't think he really has had a chance to show it. And now he gets to do it on stream.
Oh, I did not. If someone doesn't mind adjusting the title correctly, that says CEVO-P Season 5. This is CEVO-Main Season 5 right now. Mayans versus Revenge eSport. Round 3 underway. Already, Mayans has lost 3 of their players, Kinky, Vico, and Gogi. Kinky was never into the round, I do believe, unless he died very early on. It was 5 versus 4 at one point. Yeah, I believe he had connection issues. Vadi trying to do what he can, fighting against his old teammate. He wins that battle, taking down Warpath, and now it's a winnable 2 versus 3, 2 versus 2 as Edwin gets a kill, but Charles is able to take down Vadi. So now Edwin's just trying to get the plant outside. Can he see his head? Bruno the Beast is able to take his head off before the gun plant happens, and Revenge eSports wins the eco round, scores 2-1.
Yeah, a huge eco for Revenge, and that round, Mayans played it really slowly, interestingly slowly. I mean, in my mind, I view them as a very aggressive team. I think a staple of Perfection Vor's play has just been, not exactly not having strats, but, having players self-flash themselves into places and pick up frags. And I remember really early on, it was either the season or it could have been the pro placement tournament, them tooling around Armada on Inferno, pretty much just getting up in their face with no real set team strats. So if they can keep that up, it'll be interesting to see if Revenge, has the individual talent to shut down the Mayans players.
That's going to be a bid to the inside bomb site as round number 4 is getting underway here. Bomb planted inside. One player is going to be on the Hall's flank right now. Vico is able to see Drax underneath the trains. He's going to shoot over towards him before he gets traded out by TW. And now we have a gunfight upstairs. Charles versus Vadi. Doesn't win that battle. Edwin takes down the remaining CT player, which was TW. And Mayans wins a 3rd round.
Yeah, setting themselves back on course to do damage to Revenge eSports, rebounding from that eco really well. I'm pretty sure we saw Complexity do the same thing last game, right? Win the pistol, lose the 4th round, and then rebound after that. So, I guess not exactly the same. They didn't get eco'd, but still similar, shake out of the rounds and a similar outcome that results in Revenge eSports being forced into a save while Deeman's fully stocked on AKs, nades, offs, the whole shebang.
This is going to be an outside attempt right now. All the players are gunfighting. Bomb down in the A bomb site, right in the plant area. Kinky is right there in the smoke on top of Bruno. If the smoke dissipates, he should be able to get the kill. And there's Drax getting 1 kill on Vico. So now it's going to be a 3 versus 2. Edwin does have the op, and Kinky has got the Galil. Kinky was back-to-backs for a second there with Bruno the Beast before Bruno got taken down. And now TW gunfighting with Edwin at the E-Box. He wins that battle from heaven, so only 1 terrorist left alive. That's your number 6 player. Edwin goes down at the end of that to TW. Big 3K for TW. The other 2 kills go to Drax. Vico, and I believe it was Vadi, were the only 2 terrorists to get kills for Deeman.
Another eco round going in the way of Revenge. It's, I guess it's interesting that they were unable to find success with stronger weapons in their hands, but I've had no problem cleaning up on the eco round. So for their sake, hopefully they change it. And it looks like they're going to be really trying to send a message here with Bruno Devies picking up an auto sniper to solo hold inner. And it looks like the terrorists are going to be going his way if they don't split ladder.
And this is going to be round number 6. This is CEVO-Main Season 5. This is one of your Week 2 games here. This is going to be the Mayans versus Revenge eSports. And already Revenge doing what they can this round. Edwin's left alive. He gets taken down at the end of that. Big 3K there for Drax. And 1 kill going to Charles. No kills in favor of the Mayans. And already they're having problems. Who is it this time? Edwin, Vico, Vadi,
Yeah, it's
Gogi.
Kinky.
Kinky reconnecting again as the score is tied up 3-3.
Is this not the first time it's happened this game?
This is the 2nd time already.
Oh, I must have missed it the first time. Yeah, getting dropped from the game. It looks like they're also too late to pause. They opted not to pause in freeze time. I guess they're just gonna go for it. Save out this round, which is not that crazy anyway. They're probably gonna save anyway. It's never good to lose a team member. You don't want to have a player drop, but this is a pretty convenient time for them to have Kinky drop.
Definitely very convenient for Revenge eSports. Kinky's back into the game now. Well, into the server, I should say, not into the game, as he was not in time to get in on this round. So another eco incoming. Oh, man. Vico is able to just get the flank off right there, taking down Drax. Charles gets 1 on Gogi. Traded out, incoming from TW, taking down Vico, working the Galil to get the headshot. And he gets taken down. Wow, Edwin with the nice peek there, using the P250 so well to get that kill. Charles can't connect. Does finally at the end of that, so now only 1 player left alive. That is going to be your 0 player of Vadi. He's going to be working against an auto sniper. Can he get the deagle off? No, Bruno does work the auto sniper well, gets the kill, and Revenge eSports takes the lead now 4-3.
Yeah, Revenge eSports claiming a lead, which I think is important, especially after losing the original pistol rounds. Do you hear me as a robot voice?
I am not hearing robot currently.
Okay, cool. So that's not a big deal. Yeah, Bruno the Beast really putting that auto sniper to work, shutting down outside. It's going to be guns up for Deeman again, and I want to see them really keep the pace up, maybe get a little faster than they had been previously, getting in the face of Revenge, and not either getting picked and slowing down or finding a pick and slowing down. I want to keep that momentum rolling mid-round.
This will be round number 8 live right now. No players down yet. Vico did take a little bit of damage. He's down to 87. And Deeman's trying to get a terrorist win right now as Revenge has been on a roll. Brought this game back even for 1 round and then took the lead. But they have to be thankful for the fact that Kinky has disconnected twice so far. And hopefully that does not play a factor moving forward. Dropping a player and having to do 4 versus 5 is extremely hard. Even when you're playing at the main level, the competition is so good that that disadvantage right there is almost impossible to come back from. But we have Warpath getting to Bruno, working the auto sniper to get to himself as the terror is trying to work inside. Vico, last one left, gets flanked from Charles, and Revenge Esports now has 5 rounds to the 3 of Demayans.
That was another round where the Mayans just simply took a little bit too long. Either they missed their window of opportunity, or Revenge Esports, well, I guess in the last round, the Revenge Esports just collapsed on them before they even found an opportunity. So the communication from Revenge seems to be on point, in tandem with the solid shooting, and they were able to get that pinch going onto Mayans in the halls. Just real good, solid CT side play. You know, I think Deeman is going to be a scary team on both sides of the map, so the more rounds they could pick up, especially more eco rounds that Revenge can pick up, the better off they'll be.
Revenge has brought this down to a 4 versus 2, now a 4 versus none, as we're going to see TW get a 2K, Charles get a 2K of his own, only 1 kill on the other side of things for Deeman. That was Vadi who grabbed that one, but Revenge is up by a solid 3 rounds now.
I mean, at this point in the game, a 6-3 scoreline with the Terrorists still able to buy is not really terrible. I mean, I fully believe that Demayans has what it takes to continue to win rounds. If they can, you know, win 6, 7 rounds and, you know, start to turn it up a little bit, I would say that they could potentially be in good shape. But they're running out of time to kind of turn it on, and the longer they wait, the more momentum that Revenge gets. It's only going to be harder on themselves. So if they're going to step up, they have to do it now or soon.
It's so unbelievably amazing to me how we have players like Bruno the Beast and TW able to play and play well and have shots connect with how ridiculously huge their pings are. For a second there while we were watching Bruno, it was almost 300 consistently, and then TW was very, very close to the bottom end of 200, which is insane. It makes no sense to me how they're able to actually have shots connect and play well. And Edwin outside with an op from the T-Con, taking down the player that was on the T-Con train. That's going to be Drax out of the way, so it's on to a 4 versus 4 now. We have Kinky above the ladder. He's getting pushed from Warpath. Kinky does get the AK headshot to take him down, and they're just going to go full tilt inside, but Bruno is right there. Can he get a kill before he gets down? He does drop the bomb inside. Here comes the hard rotate, and there's going to be a flanker outside. That is going to be, I believe that's Edwin. Yes, Edwin is on the hard flank outside. Kinky is able to take down Bruno before he gets traded out by TW. So it's going to be a 2 versus 2 battle now. Bomb still down lower, and here comes the flank from Edwin. He's going to be working into the CT connector. He will catch TW if TW is not aware of this. No, his player... Oh, Charles is able to take him down. Op shot from Edwin as Charles took down Gogi. Now we have a 1 versus 1 battle. Edwin is just going straight for the bomb right now, running around like he has more than an AK. Picks one up at the end of that, but Charles is able to get the shots off on him as he was trying to bounce up the ramp. So it's going to be 7-3 in favor of Revenge Esports on CT side train.
That round, Edwin was just a few seconds away from making that flank happen. Hiko-esque, I'd say. Almost the exact same thing happened just a few seconds too late, or he actually got to the room on time to save his teammate, but unfortunately the way, you know, the room is set up, he couldn't see the CT. That was the threat. So a good try from the Mayans right there. I like that they had the heads up play with the flank. They still have money to buy, so they're still very much in the game, but Revenge looking real good and shutting down some really good players.
Definitely. Round number 11 is underway. Demayans looking to try and grab a 4th round for themselves on T side, but Revenge has just been shutting it down, playing very, very well. After a little bit of a shaky start here, they've definitely picked it up and they're doing well. We haven't seen a Kinky disconnect this one, so he's had 2 so far that we've seen, and Edwin is out. He's going to catch a backpedaling Charles, which will give them the bid towards the outside bomb site. Smoke's incoming. Bruno the Beast, you got to look up. He is able to get the op shot off and take Edwin down. Gets a shot underneath the train to do a grip of damage to Kinky. He's getting pushed by Vico, though. Can he get the shot off? Flashed himself. Vico was able to get the kill, and now we have TW outside. Oh, he backed up onto the ladder a little bit and was able to get taken down. There's going to be Drax. He gets 1. He gets the 2nd kill. Now we only have Vico left alive. He's got to try in 1 versus 2 here. Bomb is dropped. Both players are near Ivy. One is hell side of Ivy. The other one is back lane side of Ivy. Vico is trying to work his way around. That number 5 player of Warpath is going to be watching that angle. No, he's watching back towards the middle. Vico might get the flank unless he turns around. Warpath is now watching the angle. Here's the gunshots. Knows exactly where it is. Vico is going to push in. He's going to be low. Warpath does get the headshot off. 2K for Drax. 2K for Warpath. And Revenge moves ahead 8-3.
With a kinky disconnect to boot. You mentioned before that it had been a few rounds since we had seen another one. And here we go. Another 4v5 round for the Mayans. It looks like they are not going to be paused. They're looking to play it out, which is, interesting. But I guess, Kinky has made a habit out of disconnecting. They kind of just go for it. And actually, this round they're opting to buy up despite the fact that he did drop. They know that he dropped. And, well, he rejoined the server, but unfortunately a little too late. Just quickly backpedaling to that last round. Drax was really the unsung hero of that round, staying hidden in hell for pretty much the entire duration of that round. So long that Mayans didn't really even know he was there and thought it was safe to plant. And he was able to clean up two super important impact frags of the players that were standing in sight. Just a real patient and heads-up play from Drax.
This is going to be a 4 versus 4 battle as Kinky has been dropped from the server, reconnected already, too slow to get back in on time. So Charles is actually dead from a kill. Kinky got dropped out of the game, and we're on 4-on-4 now. We're going to have one player Ivy, one player over near the T-Con working his way into the mid for terrorist side, and then two players towards the White Halls. One has already dropped down. Both have already dropped down the ladder. Drax was right there waiting, though, is able to take down Edwin, and there, boom. Bruno the Beast knows there's a player close. He's going to step back with the auto sniper, get one kill on Gogi trying to work out of the T-Con. Now we have Vico, who takes down Bruno the Beast. He's over at the E-Box. Vadi is trying down. So 1 versus 2 battle. Drax and Warpath versus Vadi. Vadi's trying to clutch this round for his team and make this a 4-8 game. He's up on top of the trains, and from the back lane is going to be Drax. Doesn't really do much there to Vadi, but Vadi gets spotted. He jumps up, and wow, he gets the shot on Warpath, so he's going to go over to the bomb site. Drax is right there at the back lanes. He's going to move forward. Now he's at the opposite side. CT connector, gets the shot off, gets the kill, and the clutch for his team in the 1 versus 1 battle. 2K on the round for him. Vico with a 2K on the other side. Vadi with a 2K also, and that is going to make the score 9-3 in favor of Revenge eSports.
They are very much starting to pull away right here, and I mentioned before that the Mayans is a really solid team, and a 9-3 score on, still not exactly terrible, but if they really want to have any hope of, I think, staying competitive against a team that is clearly as good as Revenge eSports, even though definitely they were not on my radar until today. I mean, they need to tack on rounds, and they need to tack it on now, and they need to keep Kinky connected to the server. I mean, obviously that seems like a very basic thing to do, but clearly it's not so basic. He's disconnected 3 times in what, 12 rounds, so he's averaging every 4 rounds before disconnecting. They could up that to 5 or 6 at least. Maybe they'll be in better shape, because when he is in the server, he's fragging.
Lots of damage coming outside. Kinky is low on the round. Vadi is low also. This is going to be round 13 from Heaven. That's going to be TW who collects the head of Kinky. And now we're on to a 3 versus 2 here. 3 versus 1. Edwin's going to try and work his way up. Tries to get the op shot off. I don't know if he legged TW right there or the shot was just extremely low. But TW finishes the round with a 3K. Revenge eSports has 10 rounds on CT side train already and only 2 left in the half.
Yeah, they're looking good all over the board. That round, TW did a really good job of bobbing and weaving in Heaven. We've seen really effective Heaven use from actually both games that we saw. In the Complexity game earlier, we saw Hiko a few times going up into Heaven and really catching a lot of players off guard from that position. Even though it's such a standard position. I mean, like, I guess now it's called T-Heaven in this game, but Heaven was such a staple spot in Source when it was the only place to really, look upward, for, I wouldn't say the only place to look for an upper, but like, it was a staple spot. And to see players get caught off guard by other players using Heaven is a little confusing to me, but there's so many things to look at Train without proper smokes. It's hard to tell what to look at.
Definitely. It's interesting in this version how they brought a second Heaven in there. It was a little strange as soon as I played, and I was like, oh, there's 2 Heavens now. This is weird, because I still remember the older Heavens, which I felt were a lot better. But this is going to be round 14 underway here. It's going to be a 2 versus 2. Charles very low, Warpath low also. Bombs going to be planted outside. Charles doesn't care about how low he is. He's going to get the kill off. Oh, that's going to be a fail smoke. Not going to cover anything. Warpath, you will get caught from the side right now, and that's going to be Edwin.
Wow.
Edwin on the troll. Edwin on the big troll. Can he get out of there without dying? Can he get the kill on Charles? He's going to spray, go down to 4 HP, and he did enough to get the bomb timer down. That will be a win for Deeman going into the last round of the half. Score is 10-4.
I mean, it did look like Edwin was kind of trolling there, the way he was just standing there and looking at the CTs not defusing. But I mean, that's a really smart play. In the position he was in, he was able to see literally everything that both CTs were doing. It was like he could look at their screens, and he said, you know, hey, I can sit right here, watch exactly what they're doing, and you know they can't really do anything about it. By the time they notice me, it'll be too late anyway. So might as well not give up my position. And so it's a really smart play. He did a good job of putting himself in that position, and because of that, Deeman's right back in the game.
Oh man, Vadi and Kinky both getting nice headshots there, trying to keep it rolling for their team. I don't know why I was looking at absolutely nothing there, but that's going to be a bomb plant inside. It's going to be a 3 versus 5 here, but a couple of the players low. Kinky very low, Vadi very low. Let's see if TW. Nope, TW gets caught from the side as Vico was using the smoke well, and they put it together at the end to grab 2 rounds in a row. But score is 10-5 on a CT-sided map though. So look for Deeman to come back big here on their CT side.
Yeah, I think 10-5 is not exactly the scoreline they were looking for, but you know, given the fact that Kinky was, you know, essentially non-existent for 3 rounds, yeah, I'd say that was a decent score. I mean, that was like the base level. That's the lowest I'd want to be if I was Deeman. And if they compare that with a solid pistol round right here with their USPs, then they might be in good shape to make this comeback very real. And you know, once again, just to backpedal a little bit to that last round, I really like that they didn't waste any time with that last round. They said our strat is that we're going to go inner, and we are just going to go inner. We're going to get out. We're going to, you know, put the pedal to the metal, turn the pressure on all the way. And that was their most successful round. They got in there. They did, you know, 500 damage, got all 5 kills without losing a single player. I'm not sure why they didn't go with that high pressure, very fast take, you know, strategy from the beginning. It's something we've seen them use a lot on all different kinds of maps, and I'm not sure why they would want to deviate from their plan on this map.
Yeah, definitely. I'm looking for the aggressive plays here coming from Deeman. But you got to think, though, too, Revenge eSports does have a few players from PVOR.
Right.
So we could be seeing aggressive plays from both sides here, which would be interesting because normally PerfectionVor or Deeman, or the majority of the roster anyways, except for Gogi, played extremely aggressive on CT side. And CT side train is not really a side that you really want to play aggressive. You can get punished extremely hard by the terrorists if you're too aggressive on this map.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can. I mean, that's the thing about aggressive play. It's high risk, high reward. If you can make it happen, if your team is communicating effectively, and you know you're able to get out and surprise teams, it can be really effective. And if a team's ready for it, they're prepped for it, then they can shut you down. So it is a double-edged sword. You know, I think PerfectionVor does aggression better than most teams that we get to see out here. So I'm not really worried about them in that regard. But I am a little worried that they'll be able to hold off Revenge eSports. Going forward in this half, with Revenge eSports on T side. Revenge eSports, we don't really get to watch a ton of main gameplay, but they were not a team that I really had on my radar. Deeman, as soon as I realized that it was the PerfectionVor roster, I was like, okay, I know what these guys are going to give me. They're going to give me high-octane Counter-Strike with lots of shooting, real aggressive play, got that. But, I didn't really know what Revenge eSports was about. And, with them coming through with two ex-PerfectionVor players, kind of knowing the other team, and supplementing their roster with other players that just seem to be genuinely good at the game in terms of their positioning and, solid shooting. I think that Deeman, or formerly PerfectionVor, has a lot on their plate going forward, and it's not something I'm used to saying about PerfectionVor.
Very, very true here, and we actually saw them mature quite a bit. I guess you would call that mature in the pro placement tournament. They stopped trying to use the hyper-aggressive play that we're normally used to seeing from PerfectionVor or the Mayans. At the time, they were still called PerfectionVor, but they stopped using that hyper-aggressive play, and they were doing very well with it. They won some matches, they moved forward, got dropped down to the lower bracket. they were the last team vying for a spot against Area 51. Area 51 eventually ended up taking them down in a very close game, but I mean, they definitely matured a lot as a team. They stopped the hyper-aggressive play that they normally had in main. They started to think a little bit more like a team, a little bit more like pro players, and it was very impressive to see. And I'm curious to see if they can continue to keep that going now with the addition of Gogi.
Yeah, I mean, Gogi is not fragging the way I would like him to be fragging. I believe he was what, 3 and 15. Like, that's not really a great look for Gogi. I know Gogi is better than that. Just being caught off guard. I firmly believe he is just as competent a player as all the other players out here. And I think what you said was super interesting. I think the maturation process and apparent growing pains are showing for the team. I think the way that they play that hyper-aggressive play is not very viable in professional tier play. I think all of the really good teams can and pretty much did shut them down when they attempted that playstyle. So now they're in a position where they can use that aggressive playstyle and dominate main all day and never make professional, or they can go through some growing pains, develop as a team, really fill out the teamwork, the strat book, and really develop as players. And it might take a little longer, it might be a little more stressful, but at the end of the day, you end up with a team that can really give it to some of the professional players and some of the professional teams. So hopefully this is just a phase for Mayans, and sometimes Train just does this to teams. Train is a cruel mistress.
Very, very, very cruel map for a lot of teams. Hard to play very well on. And we're going to get second half started right now. Revenge eSports versus Mayans. This is going to be the switch. Revenge eSports is going to be trying to work their way outside towards the inner bomb site, actually dropping down the ladder train, just trying to go through the smoke to get into the CT connector. TW is already down. That's a good start for Mayans. Oh, Warpath almost gets caught from behind right there, makes the jump shot. Gets one, doesn't get the kill on Edwin, only does 16 damage, and there's only 2 terrorists left alive. They're going to be getting flanked right now. Gogi is going to be the one trying to get the shots off. Bomb plant, though, so successful first round, you could call it that. They did get the bomb plant, so no matter what, they will be buying third round, but Mayans does get a big win on CT side. Score will be 10-6.
Definitely. This is a win-win for really both teams here. Mayans locking up that round win, being able to buy and have an opportunity to shut down Revenge eSports. They need to make sure they don't get ecoed here and they keep all of their weapons. They know Revenge eSports is going to be buying as soon as they can because of that bomb plant. So holding on to all their guns is going to be really important. And one thing I want to keep an eye on is Edwin. I was curious if Edwin would just hold on to a pistol, but it looks like he opted to buy up a Bison. I guess we're going to see him buy an AWP later down the line. That's really the only explanation I can give for buying a Bison. And luckily, no one on Revenge eSports has armor or anything like that. So the Bison, may actually not be terrible.
So this will be round 17, second round of your second half. And Mayans does have the gun advantage with those upgraded SMGs. And then there is 2 silence rifles, Gogi and Vadi. Who was the player on PVOR that used to play with the silenced M4 and take the silencer off?
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't remember. I
think it was Warpath, actually.
It could have been Warpath. I think that is definitely more so a intimidation tactic than it is a Counter-Strike tactic.
But 3 players already dead for Revenge eSports. Right now, Mayans looking good to try and get another round under their belt and make this a 7-10. Oh, Bruno the Beast absolutely just catches Vico slipping right there. Actually gets away with the gun without getting punished very much. He's done a 44 HP. He does have a Pro 90. Drax might get caught right there. Vadi is directly underneath him. They're going to be going towards inside. They're going to commit to this. They have no time left on the scoreboard to go outside or to gunfight right now. Oh, Edwin might get caught. Not getting caught. Absolutely amazing that he didn't get punished right there for that fall off the ladder. Was able to take down Bruno the Beast, and then Gogi gets the final kill of that round to take down Drax, and that will be 10-7 now, still in favor of Revenge eSports.
Yeah, running out and dying there was not actually a terrible strategy from Revenge eSports. The clock was winding down, so they didn't want to get caught in a position where they survived until after the time, didn't get that bonus money, and got killed. And also, they didn't want to be in a position where they were saving, but the best gun they were saving was a P90 because they're going to be buying up rifles here. So, why hold on to a P90 when you're going to be able to afford an AK? So smart play.
Oh, almost catching him was going to be Vico right there, but Charles was able to take him down. Here comes the buy from Revenge Esports. They're going to be going for it. Drax is able to take down Body, and now, oh, Charles is going to get the flank off Gogi. Sees Gogi, gets the shots off, takes a little bit of damage, though. Now it's going to be a 2 versus 2. Edwin and Kinky versus Charles and Bruno the Beast. Let's see if they can keep this going here. Kinky knows one player's ladder. He's just going to go back. Hopefully his teammate can cover him. And here comes the push. Charles not looking at the bomb. And, oh, they allow him to defuse. They punish him at the end of the round, but Mayans gets a big pickup there. Even though Charles got a 3K for Revenge Esports, brings it within 2 rounds now.
Yeah, that was a really gutsy play by Mayans there, but I liked it. It showed they had really good communication, and it also showed that when Kinky is in the server, he's devastating. He's potentially devastating. Always has the ability to make a round happen, and even make a round happen that really shouldn't have, or would have been otherwise really close. So good work to him, and it looks like the terrorists are going to be buying up. No rifle on TW, but the rest of his teammates have AKs and Galils. And just as I was lauding Kinky, he has been bounced from the server.
Dropped once again. This is going to be round 19. Revenge Esports versus Mayans. CEVO-Main week 2 action on train. Revenge has taken the early lead on their CT side. Second half started, and Mayans doing very well right now. So Revenge has 10 rounds to their names. Mayans with only 8, and already Kinky has dropped again. That's going to be his, I believe that'll be his 3rd drop so far in the game. He's reconnected. 4th drop. Oh, even worse. But he's reconnected. He has already been dropped, so he can't get back into this round. And Bruno the Beast stepping down the ramp inside is able to get the kill on Vico. Gogi trades him out, though, and the bomb is going to be rotating back through White House. No, they're kind of just running around rampantly right now. Looks like they're going to go down lower. Warpath, first one in. Gogi takes him down. He's going to peek out, grab Charles, also going for the 4 kill. Can he get the kill on Drax? Can't connect yet. Drax very, very low, though, fighting against an auto sniper right now. They know he's in the smoke. Body continues to spray with the P250, ends up taking him down. Actually, excuse me, that was the P2000 that he got the kill with right there. So it's going to be 10-9 in favor of Revenge Esports, but Mayans is catching up quickly.
Yes, making that comeback real. For those keeping score at home, Kinky is now averaging 4.75 rounds per drop. So slowly increasing that number, which I guess is good for him. Keeping a player in the server, super important. 4 drops in one game is 4 more than any team would really want. But luckily, his teammates were able to lock down that win for him. And with money all over the board for Revenge Esports, some as high as 5,500, they are actually going to be saving. So it looks like they're going to be playing, a long distance game here. They're going to be playing for endurance, not they're not going to sprint to victory. So I like that. And Warpath opening up the inner bomb site.
And they're going to be going completely forward now. Gogi holding the insight very, very well. Picks up the 4K that round to get them all tied up. 10-10 now. Revenge Esports has to try and win some rounds on T-side.
I mentioned before that Gogi was, not playing to the level that, I thought he was capable of. His score was reflecting it. And right now he's already brought his score back to 18 and 21. I think I mentioned it before. It was something not great. He was really down by a lot of frags. So having all 5 of their members, fragging at the same time seems to be a lot for Revenge Esports. With Kinky disconnecting and reconnecting, it was already a 4v5 for Revenge Esports. But then also when Gogi couldn't exactly hit his stride, it was basically a 3v5. So now they seem to be at full strength.
Bruno the Beast opens up the round before he gets traded out by Vico. So Vadi goes down, and then Vico on the trade. Here comes some more kills. That's going to be TW who grabs one, turns away too soon. Kinky takes him down. Now we're on to a 1 versus 3. Kinky with the 2K on the round, and that's going to be Gogi who closes that down. Mayans now have the lead by 1 round. Score is 11-10.
Yes, taking the lead. That's huge for Mayans, and they really haven't done it with anything but solid play. I mean, they haven't really done anything particularly flashy. They haven't gotten, particularly aggressive. They haven't pushed white halls or anything like that. They're sitting back. They're waiting for Revenge Esports to, come to them, letting Revenge Esports show their hand, and then they're just beating them. And that's really solid. I think that's really definitely a staple of the, former Perfection Vor defense.
Oh, Edwin makes a nice shot outside at the Ivy to get a good little leg off right there on TW. So now TW very low in this round. He's down to 16 HP, excuse me, after he got legged right there by Edwin. This is going to be round 22, and once again, this looks like another game that's going to go straight down to the wire here. But Deeman does have that one round lead after Revenge Esports had a very, very strong CT side. Now the switch happens. Edwin gets that kill on Charles. He's only got one legged player left directly in front of him. Gets the headshot off while blind on the legged player that was TW. That's going to be the bid to prevent the Ivy take. Oh, Warpath right there. Got the lurk on. And Warpath gets another one through the smoke. Going for Kinky. Can he get the kill on Kinky? And yes, he does get the kill on Kinky. So Warpath coming up huge to get a big 3K when his team needed it to almost even this game out. They have the one-player advantage here. Here comes Vico. He's going to go on the peak. He's going to take one player down. He's going to get the second player also. So now we have Drax left alive. 1 versus 2. Gogi gets the AK headshot off in him. And Deeman wins another round. So the score will be 12-10 when this bomb gets defused.
Yeah, that round, Warpath almost single-handedly made that round happen for Revenge Esports. It seems like thus far on their T side, they don't exactly have an entry fragger, or, you know, up until this round, their entry fragger hadn't been super effective at, you know, getting Warpath out there and picking up a bunch of frags, you know, isn't going to be something that they can do every round, but putting him in a position, you know, with teammates, with some support players to at least get a frag and, you know, make a take, you know, start a take and get that going. I think that's what they need to do. I mean, they just need to put him in a position where he can get at least one frag and have a teammate behind him to trade.
Round 23, pushing through the T-Con is going to be Warpath, but Vadi was right there to take him down near hell. Drax on the trade out from Vadi, so 4 versus 4 now, and it looks like they're going to be trying to work inside. They're going to push down through the smoke. Gogi was right there in their face. Can they get the kill? Charles is able to take him down. He's got to get around the corner, though, to get near Pop Dog to get safe, and here comes the inside take. They take it completely, get the bomb plant. Now Deeman have to play the retake here. Oh, that flash was well placed. Kinky is able to take down a blind TW. Now it's going to be 3 versus 3. All the CTs have the inside bomb site. Now they just have to worry about the B-halls. Vico gets one on the defuse. Is going to be Kinky. Drax takes him down, and he's defusing. Oh my goodness. Charles is able to get the shot off the top of the Pop Dog to take down the defusing Kinky, and that's going to be a 12-11 scoreboard. Deeman still up by 1, but Revenge is battling back.
That was Revenge's first round of the half. We are going into our 9th round of the half, and the half score is 7-1 in favor of Deeman. So they're doing a really good job of controlling the pace, and they're in a really powerful position where if they win this round, they're going to be doing a lot of financial damage to Revenge. So, you know, a win here would be really huge. And last round, they showed how important supplemental grenades are for a retake. I mean, the flashes and smokes that they used to get out and retake the B site were really the only reason why the round got as close as it was, really. And so, yeah, just a good job for Deeman keeping each round competitive, even rounds that they shouldn't win, and, you know, just keeping the game exciting.
This is going to be round 24 now. Edwin's already out of the game. Charles and Bruno the Beast. There goes Warpath. So now we have TW down to 1 HP and Drax left alive. Drax does even it out a little bit. Now there's only one player left on T side. That's going to be TW. He's got to do a 1 versus 2 here. That player moving up the back lanes. Oh, Gogi doesn't get the shot off right there. He's only got 1 HP. Here comes the push down the back lanes. If TW gets, yep, he gets caught right there as Vico finally moves his way to the mid train to get the kill. Deeman's up by 2 again. Score is 13-11, and Deeman's trying to close this out strong.
They're getting close to closing it out. You know, I said a second ago that Deeman was in a great position to devastate the Revenge Esports economy, and that they did. It looks like Revenge Esports is currently being forced onto a save. You know, you got to imagine they're going to be buying up next round or getting ready to buy up next round, but you know, they don't really have time to spend saving. You know, 1 round here for Deeman is, you know, 1 round closer to them locking up the win and securing this comeback.
Gogi gets an early frag on the round, taking down Bruno the Beast. Edwin's right there. Oh, TW with a nice shot right there. to get the kill on Edwin. Going for the gun. Kinky was all over him with the FAMAS. Takes him down. So it's going to be a 4 versus 3. Charles, Drax, and Warpath left alive. And there goes Charles. Vico inside. They're going to try and go inside. Gogi is all over the place, though. He gets another kill to take down Warpath. That is going to be a 2K on the round for Gogi so far. They see Drax trying to move his way down the back train, the blue train, to work towards CT spawn. He gets taken out at the end. So Demayans is up 14-11. And if they get this round, Demayans will have secured themselves at least the overtime.
Yeah, not only will they secure themselves the overtime, but Revenge Esports, their economy really hinges on them winning this round if they want to stay in the game. I mean, if they lose this round, technically they won't lose, but it'll just be extremely difficult. So as far as I'm concerned, this is the 15th round. I mean, I guess this is for the minus 15th, but you know what I mean. This is basically game point for Revenge Esports. They got to lock down this win, and so far so good, getting that pick on outside.
Warpath with the kill on Edwin, quickly traded out by Vadi. Vadi traded out by Bruno the Beast, and Drax takes down Kinky, so it's going to be a 3 versus 2, and CTs really want this 15th round. Vico and Gogi, last 2 CTs left, and they are not going for this right now. Gogi is going to be on. It looks like he's going to try and flank around T-Con, and it looks like also we're going to have Vico trying to work his way around to see if they can get some exit kills right now. And Vico is right there, already on top of one of the terrorists. That is going to be the number 3 player of Drax. They know exactly where he is. Now the pinch is coming. Bruno the Beast is going to try and get around and see if he can get the kill off on Vico. Ooh, no, he doesn't. He's going to turn around and leave his back exposed. That was a risky play right there, because if Vico would have peeked down that direction, he would have got melted. But that will be a 12th round for Revenge Esports. Score is 14-12, and their hopes are still alive.
Yeah, they needed to win that round really desperately, and good thing for them that they did. They won that round in pretty solid form. I think while losing 1 or 2 members, holding on to the bulk of their rifles and forcing Demayans into a weird half buying a scout, 3 M4s, and no rifle on Edwin. So if they are going to make the comeback happen, they are in good shape.
Edwin is able to take down Warpath. Edwin was down there at Hell, and Drax is right there waiting for him as he tried to peek Heaven. So it's going to be a 3 versus 4 now in favor of Demayans, still trying to fight for that 15th round in their favor. Charles, Drax, and Bruno the Beast all have guns and head armor, which is so helpful against those M4s so you don't just get immediately lated and by that headshot. And they're going to be trying to work outside. Here they go. Nades incoming, trying to work their way around. Vadi with a scout. And is that GoTV? Yeah, that was GoTV right there. And still working outside right now. Oh, Batty with a scout headshot on the running Bruno the Beast. Drax on the slow flank right now. His teammate Charles is in a tough position though. He's getting pushed from all angles. He really needs to take down Vadi. There goes Vadi. Drax gets him down. He gets flanked though by Vico. Only 1 player left alive on T side. That's going to be Charles. Let's get over to his perspective, as you just got a kill there from the CT side. Heaven is going to be Kinky, who takes him down, and Demayans lock up that 15th round. 2K for Drax. Kills spread almost evenly between Demayans, and that is going to be 15-12.
Yeah, I mean, if they were able to win on that, not bizarre, it was just an interesting half buy that included, no rifle on one of their players and a scout on Vadi, who was actually able to, make decent use of it. Then, I don't see them being, able to. I don't see Revenge Esports being able to take down Demayans in these coming 3 rounds, especially when Warpath doesn't have a rifle. If Warpath doesn't have a rifle, if you're not giving a Warpath a rifle, then how are you going to expect to win? I mean, he's one of the best fraggers in the server right now, and the fact that he doesn't have a rifle is a little upsetting, and I'm sure it might actually cost them the game in the long run. But at this point of the game, it doesn't matter. You just need to make sure your riflers are effective, no matter who they are or where they are.
This is going to be your 28th round now, coming down to the wire. Revenge Esports versus Demayans. Demayans trying to grab this 16th round. Vico gets a kill. That's Charles out of the way. Let's see if Warpath can get the flank off on Vadi. Not able to. Only 1 player left on T side. That's going to be Drax. He's got to fight 1 versus 4. Can't make it happen. Demayans wins the game 16-12.